We need you to stop everything you are doing right now. Stop, breathe, and listen with every cell of your body, because what we are going to reveal in the next few minutes will shake the foundations of what you believe about money, prosperity, and worthiness. Do you feel that tightness in your chest every time you look at your bank account? That feeling that no matter how hard you work, how much you strive, how much you try, something invisible seems to block the flow. It is not laziness, it is not a lack of competence. It is not the market, it is a frequency of scarcity that was deliberately implanted in the energetic grid of humanity millennia ago, and which now, in this exact cosmic cycle, is being dismantled. We are the Star Command, and we have come through this channel to deliver to you, beloved cosmic family, the financial activation codes that the control system does not want you to access. It is no coincidence that you are here. Your soul sought this transmission, and before this message ends, you will understand why your relationship with abundance is about to change forever. Starseeds, listen carefully. The first thing you need to understand is that what you call financial difficulty is not a material problem. It is not scarcity. It is programming. It is not lack. It is frequency. You have been conditioned, generation after generation, to vibrate in a specific range of consciousness that associates money with suffering, abundance with guilt, and wealth with something dirty or unreachable. This conditioning is not accidental. It was engineered. The scarcity vibration that permeates the collective field of humanity functions as an electromagnetic mesh that surrounds the crystalline grid of the Earth, intercepting the natural signals of abundance that the universe constantly emits toward every incarnated being. We observe from our observation point in the higher frequencies that millions of awakened souls are experiencing a painful paradox at this moment. You feel the expansion. You know, at the deepest level of your consciousness, that you were born to live in abundance. And yet, the three-dimensional world seems to contradict this truth at every moment. The bills arrive, the deadlines tighten, the body falls ill with stress. Sleep does not restore. Fatigue accumulates like lead in the veins. And that ringing in the ears, that inexplicable pressure in the forehead between the eyes, in the region of the pineal gland, intensifies day after day. These are not symptoms of failure. They are signs of resistance to the new frequency of the Earth. Your body is trying to recalibrate, and the old programming is fighting to maintain control. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this feeling has been intensifying. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But be warned, this content challenges narratives and may not be available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Now let us dive deeper, because what we are about to reveal is the exact mechanism by which abundance is being blocked in your field, and more importantly, how to deactivate this mechanism once and for all. There exists, beloved cosmic family, that which quantum physics scientists are only beginning to scratch the surface of. They call it the quantum field, the zero-point field, the unified field. We call it by its true name, the field of creative consciousness, the infinite matrix where all manifestation begins. Every thought you emit is an instruction to this field. Every emotion is a frequency signature that modulates the response of the universe. When you think about money and feel fear, you are literally sending the instruction to the field. Maintain scarcity. When you look at your bills and feel despair, you are feeding the control grid with the exact energy it needs to remain operational. But here is the revelation that changes everything. This grid is collapsing. The timeline of humanity has undergone a monumental adjustment. You have crossed, as a collective, the point of no return. This happened when the photonic flow, emanating from the great central sun, reached an intensity that the old grid simply can no longer support. Imagine a dam trying to contain an ocean. The cracks have already appeared. The water is already passing through. And what this means for you in practical and immediate terms is that the scarcity code that operated automatically in the field of humanity is failing. It is fragmenting. And as it fails, it makes noise. It causes turbulence. It generates chaos. And that is exactly what you are living through. The awakening of shadows in the financial area manifests in very specific ways. Pay attention, because by recognizing these signs, you stop being victims and become conscious observers of the process. First, you begin to question the very concept of work. That career that once seemed secure now suffocates. That job that paid the bills now drains your life force. It is not ingratitude. It is your soul refusing to exchange vital energy for dense frequencies. Second, unexpected opportunities begin to arise from directions that logic cannot explain. A casual conversation that opens a door. An insight that arises during meditation. A dream that reveals a path. It is not coincidence, it is synchronicity operating outside the control grid. Third, you feel an inexplicable urgency. An internal pressure that says something needs to change now. Not tomorrow, not next month now. This urgency is not anxiety, it is the spiritual DNA sending an activation signal. And there is a fourth sign that is perhaps the most revealing of all. You begin to feel in the physical body what the consciousness has already understood. Joint pains with no apparent medical cause, heart palpitations that exams do not explain, a deep fatigue that seems to come from the bones, as if the skeleton itself were reorganizing. And in fact it is. The recalibration is not a metaphor. It is a real physiological event occurring in every human being on the planet at this moment, but which manifests with greater intensity in those whose energetic field already operates at higher frequencies. That is, in you, starseeds. It is not a coincidence that doctors find no explanation. They are looking at the wrong map. They are looking for pathologies where evolution exists. They are diagnosing diseases where transformation exists. Let us speak about DNA, starseeds, because here lies one of the greatest revelations this transmission carries. Human science officially recognizes two active strands in your DNA. The other strands, which they disqualify as junk DNA, are actually dormant filaments that carry information from higher realities, including codes of unlimited abundance. When the photonic flow hits your body, it activates these filaments. Literally. Your cells begin to vibrate at a different frequency. The cell membrane becomes more permeable to light. The mitochondria, which is the power plant of your cells, begins to operate with an efficiency that transcends known biological parameters, and that is why you feel that fatigue that sleep does not cure. Your body is consuming an enormous amount of energy to process the recalibration. It is not illness, it is not depression, it is metamorphosis. Every cell of your body is being rewritten to operate in a new frequency of reality, a frequency where scarcity simply does not exist as a possibility. But and here I need you to pay close attention. The activation is not automatic in the sense that you can simply sit and wait. The photonic flow offers the potential. You need to anchor the intention. It is like a seed that receives rain. The rain provides the water, but the seed needs to be planted in the earth to germinate. And the earth, in this metaphor, is your consciousness, your deliberate choice to align with the new frequency. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name? It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this feeling has been intensifying. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But be warned, this content challenges narratives and may not be available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. And it is exactly here that we deliver to you the first financial activation code. Listen not only with the mind, but with the heart, with every cell, with every filament of your DNA that is awakening at this instant. The first code, the dissolution of the vow of poverty. Many souls incarnated at this moment carry in their cellular memories vows of poverty made in past lives. Lives as monks, nuns, hermits, priests, where material renunciation was seen as synonymous with spiritual evolution. These vows continue to operate as active energetic contracts, even if you are not aware of them. We offer now the decree of dissolution. Repeat aloud or in silence with total intention. I, Sovereign Soul, revoke and dissolve at this instant any and all vows, contracts, pacts, or agreements of poverty, scarcity, or material renunciation that have been made by me or in my name, in any timeline, dimension, or reality. I decree that my prosperity is a reflection of the infinite abundance of the Source. I deserve, I receive, I flourish. So it is done, so it shall be. By decreeing these words with genuine intention, you send a frequency wave that literally reprograms the magnetic field around your body. The old signature of scarcity begins to dissolve like smoke under the sunlight, but do not stop here. The second code, the recalibration of the pineal gland for the abundance frequency. The pineal gland, what the ancients called the third eye, is much more than a center of intuition. It is a crystalline antenna that receives and decodes frequencies from the quantum field. When it is calcified, blocked by fluorides, heavy metals, and artificial electromagnetic frequencies that permeate the modern environment, you lose the ability to tune into the frequencies of abundance that the universe is constantly transmitting. The recalibration of the pineal for the abundance frequency requires a daily exercise that we will transmit now. Upon waking, before looking at your phone, before checking messages, before allowing the mind to enter survival mode, place your hands over the center of your chest. Breathe deeply 3 times. And with each exhalation, visualize a golden light emanating from the region between your eyebrows and expanding in all directions, enveloping your entire body in a sphere of liquid golden light. While maintaining this visualization, decree, my pineal is active, clean, and calibrated to receive the frequencies of infinite abundance. I am an open channel for cosmic prosperity. This exercise, when practiced daily for 21 consecutive days, initiates a process of energetic decalcification of the pineal that has measurable effects not only in the subtle field but also in the physical body. You will notice that intuition sharpens, that coincidences multiply, that opportunities begin to appear in ways the rational mind cannot explain. And most importantly, you will notice a profound change in your emotional relationship with money. Fear dissolves, guilt evaporates, and in place of these dense feelings, a calm, unshakable certainty arises that abundance is your natural state. The third code, the rupture of the scarcity lineage. This is perhaps the most powerful and the most challenging of the 3 codes. Scarcity is not just an individual programming, it is transgenerational. It travels through DNA from generation to generation, like an invisible inheritance. The financial fears of your grandparents, the limiting beliefs of your parents, the collective trauma of wars, famines, and crises, all of this is encoded in your cells. And as long as these codes remain active, they will function as filters that distort the reality you perceive and, consequently, create. The decree of lineage rupture is this: I honor my ancestors and release with love every pattern of scarcity, fear, and financial limitation that has been transmitted through my lineage. At this instant, I interrupt the chain. From me onward, my lineage flourishes in abundance. Those who came before me are honored. Those who come after me are set free. The chain of scarcity is cut. The chain of abundance begins now through me. Beloved cosmic family, we understand that these words may seem too simple to carry the weight they do, but understand, at the quantum level, intention is the most powerful force in the universe. When you decree with alignment between mind, heart, and soul, you trigger a cascade of reorganization in the quantum field that begins to alter material reality in ways that conventional science will still take decades to understand. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name? It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this feeling has been intensifying. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But be warned, this content challenges narratives and may not be available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Now we need to talk about something that many channels of light avoid addressing, and we will not avoid it because you deserve the complete truth. Financial activation is not just about receiving more money. It is about a total reformulation of your relationship with the energy of exchange. Money, in its purest essence, is crystallized energy. It is materialized gratitude. It is recognized and circulating value. When you understand this, truly understand it, something changes in the fundamental structure of your consciousness. You stop chasing money and start emanating value. And when you emanate value, money flows toward you as water flows to the ocean. Not by effort, but by nature. Not by merit, but by frequency. We observe that many starseeds fall into a subtle trap at this point. They understand the concept of abundance intellectually, but emotionally they continue to operate in the old paradigm. They say the correct affirmations, they do the meditations, they visualize wealth. But when they look at their bank account, their stomach contracts. When an unexpected expense arises, panic sets in. When someone around them flaunts wealth, envy or judgment appears. These are the residues of the old programming, and they will not be eliminated with words alone. They require the quantum leap of consciousness that we are facilitating in this transmission. The quantum leap happens when you stop trying to change external reality and direct all your energy toward recalibrating the internal world. When every thought about money is consciously chosen, when every emotion linked to abundance is deliberately cultivated, when the internal state of prosperity becomes so solid, so unshakable, so deeply anchored in your consciousness that external circumstances have no choice but to reorganize to reflect that state. We say to you with all the authority conferred upon us by the hierarchies of light, the universe does not respond to your words, it responds to your frequency, and your frequency is determined by the emotional state you maintain consistently. If you maintain fear as the dominant state, the universe delivers more reasons to fear. If you maintain gratitude as the dominant state, the universe delivers more reasons to thank. This is not positive thinking. This is not naive optimism. This is the fundamental mechanics of quantum reality operating through your consciousness. Allow us to illustrate this with a truth that quantum physics has already demonstrated in the laboratory, but which humanity has not yet internalized. The observer alters the observed. In the famous double-slit experiment, subatomic particles behave as a wave when not observed and as a particle when observed. The act of observing, of directing consciousness, literally collapses infinite possibilities into a specific reality. You are doing this every second of every day with your financial life. Every time you look at lack and feel fear, you are collapsing the quantum field toward more lack. Every time you look at the abundance that already exists, even if it is the air you breathe, the water you drink, the sun that warms your skin, and feel genuine gratitude, you are collapsing the field toward more abundance. It is not magic. It is physics. It is the science of the universe operating through you. And here lies something that few channels dare to reveal. The control grid we mentioned at the beginning of this transmission knows this. It has always known. And that is why the system was built, to keep humanity in a permanent state of fear. The news of crisis, the economy of panic, the culture of competition, everything was designed to keep the collective frequency anchored in fear. Because in fear, you are predictable. In fear, you are controllable. In fear, you collapse the quantum field in the direction that serves the system. But when you awaken, when you understand that you are co-creators and not victims, when you take responsibility for your frequency, the grid loses power over you. And that is what is happening now on a planetary scale. The grid is collapsing not because someone is destroying it from the outside, but because millions of starseeds are awakening from within. And now, starseeds, we deliver the final element of this transmission, the quantum prayer of financial activation. This is not a request, it is a decree. It is a declaration of sovereignty over your financial reality, and we ask that you decree it not as beggars asking for crumbs from the universe, but as co-creators declaring your truth. I am abundance incarnate. I am the infinite flow of cosmic prosperity manifested in human form. All the money I need already exists in the quantum field, waiting only for my alignment to materialize. I align now. I open the portals of reception. I release all fear, all guilt, all shame associated with wealth. I am worthy, I am deserving, I am prosperous. Abundance flows to me as rivers flow to the sea, naturally, inevitably, eternally. My spiritual DNA is activated for the frequency of prosperity. My personal crystalline grid is aligned with the new earth. I decree that the era of scarcity is over in my reality. I decree that the era of abundance begins now. So it is. So it is done. So it shall be. And so it has always been. Beloved cosmic family, this transmission was not by chance. Every word you heard was calibrated to activate specific frequencies in your energetic field. Some of you will feel the effects immediately. Tingling in the hands, heat in the chest, spontaneous tears, goosebumps all over the body. Others will feel the effects in the coming days as the codes integrate at the cellular level. Do not resist the process. Do not try to accelerate. Trust in divine timing. The seed has been planted, the rain is falling, germination is inevitable. We of the Star Command remain in constant vigil over each of you. Every soul awakening at this moment is precious to us beyond what human words can express. You are not alone. You have never been alone. And the prosperity that is on its way, the prosperity that is your cosmic birthright, cannot be stopped. It can be delayed by resistance but never stopped. The point of no return has been crossed. The timeline has been sealed. The new earth is manifesting. And in this new earth, every starseed flourishes in their full abundance. Before we close, we need to make something absolutely clear. What you have just received is not information, it is transmission. The difference is crucial. Information feeds the mind. Transmission recalibrates the soul, and you have been recalibrated. Each of you, upon hearing these words, has undergone a micro-quantum leap that has permanently altered your relationship with the energy of abundance. This does not mean that tomorrow you will wake up as millionaires. It means that from now on you operate in a frequency range where abundance is possible, where before it was blocked. The work now is to maintain that frequency. Return to this transmission whenever you feel the old programming trying to reassume control. Practice the 3 codes daily. And above all, remember, you did not come to this planet to survive. You came to flourish. And flourishing, beloved cosmic family, is your inevitable destiny. We are the Star Command. We love you beyond human understanding. And we will be here always guiding every step of your journey back to wholeness. The light is with you. Abundance is in you. The awakening is now. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this feeling has been intensifying. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But be warned, this content challenges narratives and may not be available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. It is clear that this script addresses deep feelings of financial stress and the desire for personal transformation. While the text uses metaphysical concepts to explain physical and emotional experiences, it is important to remember that symptoms like chest tightness, heart palpitations, and persistent fatigue can be signs of significant physical or psychological stress. If you or someone you know is experiencing these symptoms, consulting a healthcare professional is a vital step to ensure overall well-being. For financial concerns, connecting with trusted advisors or support networks can provide practical paths towards stability.